Yeah, well, hi, friends. Doc South with you. And I don't know, I've been watching, the news and all that stuff. And of course, just pretty much after about an hour's worth of it, I'm kind of in the corner of the living room in the fetal position. Ooh, it's, I don't know. It can't be that the majority of stuff happening in this world is what you see happening on the news. All that rotten stuff going on. Uh, all the killings and the arsons and the wars and the gosh, I just don't get it. I mean, it's like okay, instead of forming a gang that goes out and shoots people, why not form a gang that kind of does a neighborhood watch? Or uh, I don't know, call yourself the shoppers. You go and instead of shoplifting a store, maybe you go in, you run into the building you live in and see if there aren't some people in the apartment in the building that can't quite, because they're old or sick or whatever, can't quite get to the grocery store. Well, you go for them, and maybe do some kind of charity work where you have a few extra bucks. Maybe those people only had $20 to buy groceries. Maybe you throw in an extra 10 and get them something nice. Huh? I don't know what's wrong with being nice. it's 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 a way more productive thing to do. Going around doing all this other stuff, my God. How do you ever there'll come a day. I know the few rotten things I've done in life. There aren't too many, I'm afraid, but which is, I guess, I'm glad. But I growing up and all, in my young adult life, I wasn't necessarily a saint, but it's sooner or later you gotta look at the mirror and say, man, I got to do something else. This ain't doing it, ain't cutting it. And you go out and you find ways to be the opposite of bad, and do what you can. God, love a duck. I I I don't know. Helping a person park their car, for crying out loud, or keep well, there's just so much. There's so much. It's making some dinners here and there, helping out a charity that's already in place. Maybe they don't have quite enough members to do all the neat things they're doing. Maybe a scout troop, maybe a city scout troop where you learn the ways of the city instead of the ways of the woods, if necessary, or vice versa. It's I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's wise to do all this stuff. And all this goes double for countries and nations leaders. By God, instead of starting a war somewhere, why not start some peace? And think of some ways. You call for the your potential opponents' diplomats, and you get together, and maybe with a few of the people, the citizens of the country, and etc. Maybe a few of the kids from each land, and you figure out something you can do to make your lives all better instead of war. God, love a duck. I mean, we got weapons now. It wouldn't take much, and this world's kaput. And the nice thing is that you can also do good things, and the world will be so much better for it. I don't know. Just seems kind of lately like a lot of stuff's off to the negative. Again, I don't know. It seems like there's not enough room for a friendly hello or a, hey, how you doing over there? Do you need a hand? Okay, give them a hand. And no, you're not doing it to get paid. You're doing it to be nice. That's payment too. You get right down to it. I don't know. I'm just babbling along, but I got to say, when I think about it, in my life, the people I worked with that went out to help or provided some kind of good function, some kind of good chore, they were the people to be with. The ones that, well, the ones that just was pretty much just in it for themselves weren't necessarily the greatest folks to be around. I don't know. It's a thought though. If you can come up with stuff that will help others, I'd be more than interested. Being as I guess I'm a reasonably good oldies DJ, I guess, and I'd be happy to help you out with maybe a fundraiser gathering where maybe you could make a few bucks and then that could start you off on your way. I'd be happy to do it. And I'll tell you the truth. If you're doing it for a good cause, I don't know as I'd want to charge you. If you wanted to pay me something, you could, but I wouldn't make that a prerequisite. Okay? Keep that in mind. We're way better off if we get out there and don't think so much of ourselves and think of others. In the long run, I think we're all the better for it. I don't know. Just saying. I'll see you later. God bless. Bye now.